Afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon, Rock Media. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
And you?
And that was quite a storming first set there.
Well, you can only know to perform one way. You just got to give it, balls out, and just or vaginas out, whatever you are. But you got to just let it go, and we were opening, so we just wanted to give it a bit of a kickstart.
You played here before, haven't you?
No, I've been in Reading before. I think I compared a festival here, the Chili Festival and the Tilehurst Festival many years ago.
Yeah.
When I want someone to talk rubbish, they just give me a microphone and I talk rubbish. And I'm very good at that, as you probably just heard.
Well, we've got to start then. The fact is that this was your first show with Ransom, playing original songs.
This is it. This is the first time we've played our album, played original songs for it. So it could have gone one or two ways. It seemed to have gone down well, so we're quite happy with that.
I think so, yeah. It was really good.
Thank you.
And you got out and mingled with the audience?
Always do that. It's all about the people, doesn't matter. It's two men and a dog. If the dog says sausages, we're happy. And there's a little girl came in, her first ever gig, so she'll never forget her first ever gig was Ransom, so there you go.
Oh, I watched that, yeah, I saw that.
No, it's about that. It's people pay to see it, doesn't matter. I respect every audience. We played last night. It doesn't matter if there's a big crowd, a small crowd. Everyone has come out to have a good time, and that's what we try and do, so
yeah.
It's fitting with everyone else.
Much the set today, was that from the Back to the Boozer?
Yeah, the Back to the Boozer album, which is a combination of what we did during pandemic. We couldn't play anywhere. We were a covers band playing 70 gigs a year. Suddenly it was taken away from us, and we thought, well, why not? We're musicians, let's have a go at it. So we recorded initially a song called Lockdown in London, which we played earlier, and it went to good success.
Yeah, so if it hadn't been for lockdown, you might not have done any of original.
Serendipity, what can you say? What happens after being a long time in this industry, sometimes you get,
Why have you decided to do this then? Why have you decided to leave the world of tribute cover bands?
We haven't. We play covers. We did one last night because that's where the money is. If you pay covers gig, you get paid money. If you go out supports, we could go out and play. You don't get the same money. We're musicians, and despite what Rishi Sunyak said about having to retrain, that's what we do. And so we'll go into a bar, and every pub's a stage. Every gig is Wembley. We go out there. Our tagline was bringing the stadium experience back to the Boozer. We were sending our stuff off to radio stations who were playing it, MMH, Hard Rock Hell. We're down to do Hard Rock Hell 15, which we're really proud about. But for some reason, the people at Bauer, Kerrang and Planet Rock don't seem to want us. They seem to call us a pub band. So we took that as a joke. We thought, oh, fair enough, okay, we're just a pub band. But they're the most important people. They're people who come out to see gigs. Every gig, every stage, everywhere you play, you've got to respect that audience. We don't think we're any special, but we just play it and give everything we have, and that's it. And if you could connect with an audience, that's all it's about.
Yeah. And you gather the experience, don't you?
Totally, yeah.
Because if they don't like you, they'll let you know.
Who cares? Oh, you mean the audience? No, the audience has to like. And you guys, Rock Media, of course.
You've got over 3,000 followers on Facebook anyway. Surprised at how popular you are doing this?
It's actually taken us back. We put up a crowdfunding thing after we did the first track to try and do an EP called Halfway to Hell, and it was incredible. The response was amazing. We got £2,000 within 2 weeks from people just giving because they love the track. So we recorded 4 more tracks, and we wanted to make them relevant to what was going on. The race riots, about the woke society, gender offending, and that was the kind of way that we went with. We just wanted to write things that don't talk about things that you don't know about. Talk about things that affect you. There's so many people with opinions. We're not a political band. We just talk about things that we think are relevant, that affect us, that we think are important. And those guys, they'll go away. Dave is the father of Zach, the bass player, the father and son. And you get that connection that you get, like Van Halen, ACDC, that family thing.
Dave Barlow, your
it's his band. He started the covers band, and his son Zach. We did have a drummer called Will who left because he didn't want to do originals. So we brought in Zippy Lee on the drums, and he's phenomenal. He's like a metronome, but he's just on it, and it allows us to play. But we really just wanted to see how it went, and then they'll go away in the shed. They'll come up with the music, and they'll just send it to me. They know the way that I work now, so I'll get something on a Sunday night, and I'll sit up the Bon Scott way with a bottle of Jack, and I'll sit down and I'll have a song by the morning with the lyrics and what I'm singing about, and it's what it's about. And so I try to make it relevant and now, as opposed to going into a studio to do an album. So the album has been organically and genetically put together over a period of 16 months.
So the original songs today, then, are they more in the vein of what you were doing with Tribute Band, the same sort of style?
Well, we all like the same sort of music. We've gone back to a classic rock thing. We call it classic rock, so we like classics from Jimi Hendrix up to Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, tea and more. You know, we even sort of do some people stick a stereophonics cover in there, bartender, and things that we think rock and the band can sound good. You have to take in mind that my vocal range and what I can sing and what works for the band. And
It did work.
thank you. As a 4-piece, that's kind of what we try and do. Neil Kay from Iron Maiden, he latched onto us, which was really flattering. But he wanted to bring us in another guitarist. We were saying, no, we love the sound of bass. Zach is such a good bass player. It's a disrespectful to say why do we need? I mean, Dave is so good on guitar as well. I love that sound of bass. All the best bands, Queen, Led Zeppelin, all the great bands that I grew up with were a 4-piece. They were a 4-piece with that kind of.
Do you play
setup.
guitar, though?
I do, but not in this. I wouldn't do that. I tend to go a bit 80s and a bit.
Well, where have you been then all my life? Where did you start?
I sang in a band called Hurricane Jane for many years, and I've got a book coming out all about that. That was trying to be in an outmoded 80s band playing in the 90s when everyone was in a grunge, and Kurt Cobain blew his brains out on my birthday, so kind of that was it. And I've written a book about those times where just playing the Storm. I put 17 gigs all around the marquee and everyone playing, and nobody really wanted to see us, but we just played what we wanted to do.
Oh, you've written a book?
Yeah, always coming out.
What's the name of the book?
You Know You Love It, it's called. That's what it's about.
Brilliant. So you've been about a bit.
Yeah, I've seen a few things. I've been around it. But it's this band. I mean, I've never been in a band as tight as this, as good as this, the musicianship. I'm lucky. I get to play the tart at the front. They are so good musically, and such an honour to sing for them.
Well, this is a good start for Ransom.
I'm really pleased. I want to build from this. Yeah.
What are you going to do next? How are you going to get on?
Well, we're hoping off the back of this that we have 3 5-star reviews of our album so far, which is really nice, and we've got something coming out in Classic Rock magazine, and another one called Power Play next month, sort of backing what we've done, and we're trying to just get some more original gigs while still keeping up the covers because we still like to play, and we'll work on stuff, we'll work on some new material, and just see where it takes us. We're ending the year at Hard Rock Hell 15, so that's something to look forward to.
I think you made a few new fans today already.
Well, they're lovely people. They're here to hear music, and if you engage with the audience, don't think you're anything special. There'll be bands on today, and I hope they engage the audience the same way.
Matt, the scene's so healthy at the moment, especially with what you're doing now, the classic revival, the classic rock group.
Yeah, the new wave of classic rock. Richard Brindley, I mean, great what he does with Jeremy and the boys.
Richard Brindley,
it's brilliant, and they're loving it. It's bringing that sort of music back, and I think it's, I was friends with talking to Baz of Massive Wagons and chatting to him. I went to see them down in Guildford. I think it's great to have that kind of.
I think you'll fit in really well. I think you'll do really well.
That's very kind. Thank you. I appreciate what you guys are doing as well. It's nice you're here supporting it, and
getting up at 6 o'clock this morning to get down.
Yeah, I went a bit like that this morning. We gigged last night, and I nearly didn't go to bed really.
No,
so it's a bit like that really.
You got anything more to say to people watching this?
No, really, just look. We came here with one ambition, was just to do what we do the Ransom way, to hold people to ransom as we call it, bring them back to the boozer. If people are here to see whatever band they're seeing, if we can go away being everyone's second favourite band, then we'd be really happy with that. As long as they have a good day, that Victoria and Alec have worked so hard to put this together, have a good day, and feel it was worthwhile, and the punters downstairs enjoy themselves, then I'm happy. That's what it's all about.
Matt, it's been great. Lovely to meet you.
And you. Thank you so
much.
much.
See you again soon. And good luck with Ransom.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.